Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Saturday night. Tomorrow is Sunday, and it dawned on me to ask a question, and here it is. You ready? How effective is your witness? How effective is your witness, huh? Especially at church, you know. Uh, Sick people go to the hospital. Um, Everybody that walks in that door tomorrow morning when you're at church, everybody's got something going on. Everybody, me, you, we all got a problem. Something happened this week. We're all suffering. We're all hurting. Something happened. Some more than others. Okay. How are you when you walk in? You keep to yourself. Don't say nothing. Don't greet nobody. Sit down in your same seat you sat in last week. Get mad if somebody's in your seat. Ooh, man, that's grounds for dismissal from the church. I mean, I'm being serious though. Uh, I'm gonna share a story with you. I'm gonna share a story with you of ineffective witness. Okay, it's a personal story. Okay, happened to me. Okay, back in my pre-Christian days when I was running and gunning and acting a fool, and I'm a member of a motorcycle club. My wife had accepted Christ, and she was attending a small little church. I will not say the denomination. I'll just say that there was no electric instruments allowed. The women wore dresses, the men wore suits, and there was a choir and hymnals, and great Bible teaching, but pretty stringent. Okay, pretty stringent. And she had asked me for, I don't even remember. It was that whole time of my life is kind of foggy, but she had been asking me, I know this for quite some time, to come to church, come to church. And finally I agreed. I think one of my kids was in some church program or something. I don't know. I really don't remember. But I do remember the events of the evening when I arrived. I arrived there looking. Man, look, there ain't no other way to say it. There ain't nobody that arrived there that night that looked like they needed Jesus more than me, okay? Everybody was in a suit and tie. The women were all in nice long dresses. And I pulled up loud and proud, acting a fool. Long hair, long beard, drunk high, hadn't showered in days. Harley Davidson with drag pipes, I was going to make a statement, man. I'm the devil's here. I'm making a statement, right? And I walked in that door to that church. I walked in the door to that church that night, and not one single dude in that room said hello to me. They didn't say boo, man. Okay? Deacons, nobody said a stinking word, man. This was several decades ago, okay? But I'll never forget it. Never forget it. And it's changed the way I've acted at church ever since, okay? Man, dude, I'm a greeter at my church. I'm at the door. You ain't getting past me. I mean, you are not, don't even think you're going to sneak past me. It ain't going to happen. You're going to get a hug. You're going to get a handshake. You're going to get a fist bump if you're afraid of germs. You ain't getting past me without being greeted. It isn't going to happen, all right? I walked into that church a mess, okay? And nobody spoke to me, nobody. Except for one person. And I cannot wait to see her in heaven, okay? Her name was Ms. Anderson. And my wife had been telling me for weeks, Ms. Anderson's praying for you. Ms. Anderson's praying for you. Ms. Anderson's praying for you. Used to burn a hole in me, man. Used to get me so mad. I'd be like, don't get out of my face with this Ms. Anderson stuff. I don't care about Ms. Anderson praying for me. I don't want her praying for me. Just knock it off. Tell her to quit wasting her time. Blah, 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 blah. The whole nine, man. The whole nine, right? I walk in that church that night. I'm standing. Forgive me. I'm standing over in a corner. Looking tough. Nobody's talking to me. And I look across the room. I'm scanning the room. I'm doing this. I'm scanning the room, right? And every time I scan the room, man, there's a certain part where I get like right here. And I eye lock with this little old lady. I scan her. My eye lock. Scanning her in my locker. Finally, you know what? Finally, I'm like, and she ain't budging. We're about 20, 25 feet away from each other, and she is staring me down, right? So I'm staring her down. A little 5'2" old lady with blue hair and a white shawl. I can tell you exactly what she was wearing: blue dress, those old lady heel shoes, had a cane, the whole freaking 9 yards, man. She's staring right at me. She starts walking over. Well, you know, it's a room, right? So I don't know she's coming to me because it's taken her. I think it took her about 20 minutes to walk across that room. She'd shuffle, move her cane, shuffle, move her cane, shuffle. It was. I'll never forget it. She gets within about 6 feet. It's pretty obvious, man. I'm in a corner. She's coming at me, right? This little old lady, Ms. Anderson, as you probably guessed, this little old lady walks up to me, walks right up to me, and she takes this little tiny bony arthritic finger, and I'll never forget it, man, and I'll never, ever, ever forget it, okay? And she takes this little bony arthritic finger, and she sticks it right in the middle of my chest, and she says, I am not afraid of you. She says, the Lord has a mighty work in store for you. And I just started laughing, and I put my arm around her and gave her a hug, and I never let her go. I'd like to say that there was a big conversion in my life that night. There wasn't, but the seed was planted, and that little old lady planted it deep, okay? And I hope I can do her justice. I really do. Hey, tomorrow morning at church, talk to people, say hi, show them the love of Jesus. I love you all. Talk to you soon.